is it life? Is it a sprint or a marathon? And will the finish lines make us happy? Or are we glad we can run it all? Can't fall when I'm asleep, I'm chasing a dream. When I wake up and it's over, what did I gain? Turn it up, let me hear you live. Everybody tunes in just to hear you win. I'ma race to the finish line when I'm done. I'm worth more than a goal that I never won. One life, one love. Can't win them but lose all the above.
Don't let this feeling fade. Launch into the sky like a private plane. Hang on, we'll ride this wave. Watch the tide come in a little, just a little more each day. Don't let this feeling fade. Don't let this feeling hang on, we'll ride this wave. Launch into the sky like a private plane.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to yet another stream. I regret to say I have not played much since our last stream. I was even thinking maybe I should do something where I stream every day for like 2 weeks, and that's my practice. because I'm falling into a rut where you guys all know this. It's sometimes hard, and people ask me, like, how do you practice when you're not motivated? I don't know is the correct answer. I do not practice when I'm not motivated. I say that because I feel like I get so hyper-focused on things, and I usually get mostly motivated when either I'm in that stage of being excited about something, and that makes me want to practice, or if I'm writing, which I just was in a phase of writing. But now I'm in this phase of, like, I'm not touring for a while. I'm taking a break from writing. And I'm like, what? Okay, so I just need to practice because I want to practice.
Can I give you my unsolicited advice?
Please, not unsolicited. I'm asking for help.
So I've been playing the bass for 5 weeks now.
Okay, we've got a 5-weeker. It's not like I've been playing for 30 years or anything.
This is why
I'm kidding.
No,
this is why it's great
why
advice.
It's unsolicited.
No, this is great advice because you have a different perspective than the old fart that's been doing it forever.
Well,
that was a curse word. I'm sorry.
Can you just? This is a PG stream. You know me. You know I a little ADD.
Yeah.
And if I have to practice, okay. Who keeps your life straight? Hold on. If I have to practice something, I'm not going to practice. I'm bad at that. I'm bad at doing things for myself. So in the morning, I wake up, I go and I do the dishes and I feed the animals, and then I sit down and I play the bass. I should know.
You're right. Yeah. That's a great point because I have now things that I've baked into my morning routine.
Yeah.
I work out every day in the morning. Not a lot. I do 30 to 40 minutes of a workout. And then I do breathing exercises.
Yeah.
And that is the best way to create habits is when you tack a new skill or a new habit that you are wanting to do. You tack it onto the heels of something else that you've already mastered. So it's like if you eat breakfast every day, tack on taking your vitamins to breakfast, or tack on working out to before breakfast.
It's work though. 5 consistent weeks. I've gone 34 years unable to form habits, and now I'm 5 consistent.
That's huge.
It's huge. I want to text my dad and be
I was
like,
making fun of you, but I mean it when I say that's huge. I was just joking when I was making fun of you.
I'm like weirdly proud of it. So
I know you should be. Advice. No, I think that I should do that. Maybe would you be down to just you don't even have to be here, but maybe every morning, like. Well, not every day. I shouldn't practice on stream every day.
Also, like, I wake up at, like, 5 in the morning. So I can send you a text and be like, practice your violin.
Not at 5 in the morning. Actually, I won't get it until I wake up.
I was gonna say,
I sleep through a hurricane.
Well, this little thing is set up here, so if you want to come down and start streaming.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would make it less of, like, this kind of a stream, and I literally would, like... this would maybe be my Wednesday stream.
But these people hold you accountable to show up and practice.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. What do you think? If not 5 a.m. practice stream, Becker. Yeah, Becker. But what if I did that? If I came and I just, I literally will just practice. I won't be focused on you guys.
I love that. I'm here for it.
Because I am getting really out of practice, and I am ashamed to say that because people think I practice hours a day. When I'm on tour, I do. Or when I'm prepping for, like, a show or when I'm writing an album. Like, when I'm in the mode, I do. So it's like I'm on or I'm off. And it's really hard for me to be in the middle. So a few years ago, I did this where I was like, I'm going to commit to, like, I took lessons and I practiced, an hour every day of skill. And it was really great for me. Also, I will say I'm feeling a little bad about myself.
Oh, no. Why? I mean, your hair looks great.
Thank you, guys.
It's not your hair, right?
No, it's not my hair. My hair is fantastic. I think you might have seen it already on Instagram.
This is the best I've seen it in a very long time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I cut these myself.
I want you to cut mine.
I will. Yeah. Oh my gosh, are you sure?
I want you to do my whole head. Like, I want you to practice. I mean, Linz, I'm not in front of a camera. If you mess up my hair, who's gonna care?
Oh my gosh, you don't care. Oh my gosh, a stream of me. I thought that yesterday as I was terrified. It took me 2 hours because I was watching a tutorial and she did a lot of stopping and talking. Yeah. But then when she would start cutting, I'd be like pausing it and I would be like, because the first one I cut, she's like, be really gentle. I didn't realize like quite how sharp this razor was.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't want to cut straight through. Don't want a blunt cut. You want it like lightly. And so I held up the hair and I literally went, and I was like, oh! I meant to like, so from then on, I was like overly cautious. So I have one piece in here that's like a blunt cut.
That's okay.
And I tried to shave it down, but anyways.
I can't tell. It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
I love it.
I'm really happy with it. I love these kind of, you guys know, I love a shag. And
I can tell you love it because you keep touching it. And I do the same thing. When I love a haircut, I keep touching
you just like want to. You're like, oh, I want it to. It's allowed to be messy, but you
Yeah.
just want to crunch it and touch it.
So good.
Anyways.
So why do you feel bad?
Oh, so guys, I accidentally, I'm putting together this pitch deck. I've been, for like a project I've been wanting to, I am pitching. But I spent a lot of time making this pitch deck, and I was cleaning it up 2 nights ago because we were going to resend it out. And I wanted one more picture. And as I'm Googling pictures of myself, I happened to see the caption on one of them. And I curiously clicked on it because I was like, wait, what does that mean? And sure enough, I shouldn't have clicked on it. And
no. Oh no, I'm oh-knowing at your
Oh,
story.
I was like, have we not had any audio this whole time?
No, I'm turning down the speakers so the chat doesn't hear that. Ba-ding.
Oh, yeah, everyone in here is also saying, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
So, I proceed to read all these comments, and it was about, like, this guy was basically saying, I don't understand why classical violinists hate Lindsey Stirling.
Oh, no.
And then these violinists all chimed in just saying, I mean, mean things. Like, going beyond my violin playing.
I have learned that classical musicians are kind of mean.
Oh, they're awful.
They're so
There's
mean.
more than one reason. And I say that as a blanket statement. There's one, like my teacher that I go to, she's a classically brilliant musician, you know, and she's fantastic. Most loving, kind human. So I'm not making I am making a blanket statement. Of course, there's exception to the rule. I know wonderful classical players, but as a community, it's pretty cutthroat and pretty, that's why I didn't want to be a part of it. And people proceeded to just say some of the meanest things, talking about, like, she uses her sexuality, like, just, like, because she can't, to make up for the fact that she can't play, and they were just, like, being mean about my character and but mostly they were focused on my playing and saying what a terrible violinist I am. Now, you guys all know, I do not think I'm the greatest violinist in the world. I know I'm not, and I never will pretend to be. But that night, I, like, put my phone away, and it was literally the last thing I happened to look at before going to bed, so I woke up still feeling kind of sad, and I took Luna on a walk that morning, and let me tell you, the coolest thing happened. As I'm walking Luna, I passed this older gentleman who I've passed him many times, and he'll stop and chat me up, and I've always wondered, is he like kind of crazy or is he all there? I can't quite tell, but he's
I hope kind of crazy because that makes the best kind of person.
I think he is. I think he's a little bit crazy.
I love that.
But I didn't even know that he knew what I did for a living. Like, we just stop and talk about our dogs usually.
Yeah.
And anyways, he stops me, and he'll talk a lot. So I was kind of thinking, I'm not really in the mood to talk right now. And then he goes, you know what? He's like, you are very talented. He's like, I've seen some of your videos. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you so much. And he goes, no, you're very talented.
That man was God.
And literally, I thought to myself, these are my angels right now. And then he proceeded to tell me, and it's not the violin playing. He goes, he's like, it's not the violin playing. He's like, and he just goes, like, what you do is transformative. It's magical. You create magic for people. And then he repeated before he walked away, he goes, it's not the violin playing.
That man is from another plane of reality.
It was literally like my
amazing.
angels. And I, like, as he turned to walk away, I was like, this means more to me than you know.
Oh,
thank
my
you so much. I was
God,
like,
love that.
I needed this today, and like, thank you. I don't know if you're sane or not, but I don't care. Like, I didn't say that. But anyways, I think that sometimes I've been working a lot more just to like be in tune and tell my angels that I'm watching. And like, I'm looking for signs, and I'm like, and I thank them when I get them. And the more I thank them, and the more that I acknowledge that you gave me something, and I saw that it was special, the more I see, and the more I have these little experiences where it's like, because they know I'm listening, and so they know they're going to take the time to orchestrate a little meeting. Like, I don't even know why I went on a walk that morning. I usually work out in my living room. Anyways, it was just a really cool experience. That was too long of a story.
I mean, I also always tell you all the time, you're not a classical violinist. You are a performer.
I'm a performer.
I always tell people this story, and it's my favorite story to tell people.
I'm
And I don't know if I've told it on stream or not, but I have said it on my Instagram and on my Facebook and all the things. My favorite Lindsey Stirling story is when we were training for hair hanging, and we trained for weeks before you actually held a violin because we didn't have a strap yet. We were waiting for the strap. So on the very first day that you brought a violin into the aerial studio and you held it up to you and we strapped you in and you got ready to go, it was only me and Jen. It was only me and Jen. And Jen was the lady who let us into the studio and sat with us while you practiced. And it was only the two of us. And I fully expected you just to mime, just to hold it, to know what it was like. And Nope, the first minute that first note hit of the song, you took off and you played the entirety of Crystallize, hanging by your hair for an audience of 2. And I remember that was the day that I was just like, excuse my French, but holy shit, Lindsey Stirling is so talented. I remember Jen and I were just crying. We were like, oh my God, not only is she playing, but she's nailing it. And she's hanging by her hair. What is this? It's my favorite story to tell people. It's sold. I mean, I'd already worked with you for a few years, but it sold me on you.
That was the moment she was a believer.
I was like, okay, this is real. This is amazing. Yeah.
Well, and it's funny. I remember that experience because I remember I was so tuned into like the focus and it took so much focus to do the hair hanging, let alone like trying to play for the first time, that I totally tuned out everything. And I remember I finally stopped spinning and I stood there and like grabbed the rope and stood up and I was like, how was it? And you guys both had like tears.
We were both on both of the floor. Our jaws were on the floor.
I believe my words were, does it look stupid? Because I had put so much work into it at that point. But at that point, I also didn't know if it was going to work with the violin. And it was a big question mark of like, when this violin comes, will I be able to do it? Will it work? So I remember stopping and being like, does it look stupid? And then my like vision stopped spinning and I saw you guys and you guys were both crying.
It was literally perfect.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Allie says, who's cutting onions?
Oh
man, someone Robert says, you never look stupid
Well,
ever. And Lindsay will attest that's not the truth. My favorite looking stupid moment.
Is it the diaper?
Wait, don't say the diaper. Now y'all are thinking I wear a diaper all the time. No. So we called it the human diaper, the adult diaper.
The adult diaper, yeah.
It was for Crystallize on the Christmas tour we just did.
The last tour.
I wore this full body harness and I basically did the hair hanging routine without hanging from my hair. I did it in a harness. Thank heavens. But when we got one to try it out with, and it was a male harness. It was for men, and it was too big for you. Yeah, they just sent it so I could at least practice with something because they were custom make. They had to custom make one for my size.
Which takes a while.
And I was like, it's gonna arrive like 2 days before tour. I need to practice. So they sent me a men's one to practice with, and this thing was massive.
I've got to have pictures somewhere.
You have. I mean, we have videos of it. I should post the human diaper. But also, the shoulders ended up like to here.
You kept asking us if it looked dumb, and I was like, yeah, it looks really dumb, but that's not going to look that way.
I kept like spinning around in this oversized thing and like just giant around my butt, and like I was like, does it look cool? And you guys were like,
no, it looks terrible, but it's not going to look like
it will. And so yeah, when you say it's impossible for me to look stupid, I will find that video and I will post it.
And every so often we'll do something where we think like a costume is going to work.
Yes.
And you'll try it out and it doesn't work. And I have videos of all those times. Yeah, where we just decide that, you know what?
Yeah, it looks stupid.
This looks dumb.
You know what? I had a thought too. Everybody really enjoyed the last costume stream we did for the Artemis tour when like Fish and I were laying out the actual costume pieces. I was like, wouldn't that be fun if we did what we did the other night where we could be on a Zoom call and I could share my screen so that they could see the process we go through when we're like looking through stuff and making Pinterest boards, and we could talk through like the inspiration and like just what we do, and we could even start putting stuff into carts.
Well, we're only halfway done with what we're working on now, so maybe we maybe we involve everybody for the second half.
Is that something you guys would be interested in? Let me see. I'm trying to. The human diaper would be a funny TikTok. Like we could even like caption it with like someone's comment. We'll screenshot it and be like, "You could never look stupid," and then show me playing the violin.
You flying around.
Me flying around in my giant oversized harness.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds fun. Okay, people are saying that they think that would be a fun idea. Because also that's something we have to do, and so might as well stream and have you guys along for the ride. By the way, today, after this stream, I'm going to be going straight into an interview for AMP, so join us for that.
Today's a fun one.
So excited, you guys. I'm interviewing AJ from the Backstreet Boys.
Today's a fun one.
And I am stoked about it. I mean, huge Backstreet Boys fan. And I'm not just talking about in the past. Like, I love the Backstreet Boys still. I found out, too, I literally just texted Sammy and Jessica, and I'm like, I want to go. They have a show at the Hollywood Bowl in 6 days.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I'm sorry, but I need to go to this. I need to go. So I will be going to a Backstreet Boys, fingers crossed, concert. If it's not sold out, aka if I can get free tickets. I have a hard time buying tickets. I know that sounds weird from an entertainer, but you get it.
Yeah.
It's like we live in the industry of shows. I have given away so many tickets. So as a performer, I expect to be given tickets. I paid for the first tickets I've paid for in years this last weekend.
Oh, wow.
At the Bruno Mars show.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to see it.
Wow.
And it was great.
I don't know the last time I paid for tickets, but I often don't go to shows. I get too anxious. Like, I need to work.
There is a weird, like, what is it, performer envy, where you're like,
Yeah. No, I just start looking around, like, looking at all the people running around, and I'm like, I should get to work.
Oh, you would have hated the Bruno Mars show too, because there was so many pops and pyro.
Oh, no.
And I thought of you, because a few times it startled me even, and I don't get startled by that. There was a few times when I heard it and nothing happened, and I'm like, I've got a broken fog machine back there, or a broken firework.
You know, it's funny. I have a lot of panic attacks thinking about should NSYNC ever reunite, because I would have to quit, and I would just, rent like a van, and I would follow them around the country like I did when I was 17 for the Backstreet Boys.
But you're a different person now.
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
As she sits there with her NSYNC shirt on, because we're interviewing a Backstreet Boy today.
Yeah, to be fair, okay. My wall, when I was in 5th or 6th grade, my walls in my room were literally inch to inch. There was not a single wall it was all Backstreet Boys.
You mean NSYNC?
Well, no, at that time it was Backstreet Boys.
Oh, okay.
I switched sides.
You switched sides.
Yeah.
See, I was always Team Backstreet.
I was both. I
will say, okay, this is funny, but I think I knew the members of NSYNC better.
Yeah.
Like I knew all their names. I don't know. I knew the boys of NSYNC better, but I knew the music of Backstreet Boys better. Like, I think NSYNC did a better job of being like Lance, JC, and Justin, where the only one, like, I didn't know them as well for the Backstreet Boys. I still don't think they did as good of a job marketing them as individuals, but boy, I loved the band.
Yeah, I had a boy band problem, for sure. NSYNC and Backstreet.
We all did, and I feel like if you are our age and you didn't, you kind of missed out.
I touched AJ's hand when I was 17 through a fence and cried.
Are you going to tell him that
No,
story?
God,
Please,
no.
come on, tell him
No,
that story.
I've grown up a little.
Okay,
It's
all right.
fine.
Maybe we'll say that before he comes on.
Absolutely not.
Okay, all right, never mind. Okay, let me tune real quick.
I still want to do the TikTok where you do Backstreet versus NSYNC.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that would be very fun.
Okay, there we go. So funny how stuff goes away so fast. I worked really hard on my pinky finger for like months, and I feel like my lack of paying attention to it.
See,
It'll come back though.
If you're still struggling with that, I know that I have no hope.
No, I mean, okay, here's the thing. I was lazy about it. My teacher never taught me the importance of it, and so I never did it till I was an adult, so I didn't learn correctly. But also, this is such a small muscle.
Oh my God, it's so
I mean,
hard.
it's like, imagine how much work it takes to get a bicep big, and that's a huge muscle already. Trying to make these minute muscles, so it's like, of course they're going to go away quickly.
Oh my God.
actually, it's still there. It's not as clean as it used to be, but I used to always have a straight pinky, like so. Oh gosh.
Oh wow.
Like so, like I have kind of a double joint in my pinky, if you can see. So it goes straight.
Oh yeah, you do.
Your face is like, ew!
What's going on there?
But that is how my pinky would always end up when I would reach and it just like smack into this. So I worked really hard for the last few months of trying to get a rounded pinky. I have very small hands, and so it means I have to work a little bit harder to stretch my first finger back in order to make the pinky be able to be rounded, because I used to like lean the whole hand back so it was comfortable for my first finger, and then this fourth finger had no choice but to stretch straight. So that's kind of how I learned incorrectly and just compensated for the fact I have small hands. And as an adult though, I got a teacher and she's like, okay, no, you just need to work harder with your first finger to reach back, and then the fourth finger, she's like, your hand needs to be in the middle, not in the edge. There, like the difference between this and this. And as small and minute as a difference as that may seem, it was really hard to retrain my brain after years of playing like this to retrain to play like this.
That's literally the exact same advice that Sky gave me for the bass.
There you
like,
go.
You're doing this, you need to go back so your hands
Yes.
are laying. And it made such a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So if you're a violinist out there that's like, just remember, if you're having to move your hand to reach certain notes, you know, to like, like you're doing it wrong. You should find the neutral position where you can pretty much reach anything, and then it's just minor stretches. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot more hard time being in tune if you're constantly having to like arch around for this, you know, or you find the medium area where everything can work, and then you adjust. I'm trying right now to not do this. So look. See, look, it wants to lean back. I'm trying to learn to not have to lean back. Instead of, like, see what I mean? I can't talk and play at the same time. But, like, my wrist wants to kind of cave, so it reaches like this. But I'm trying to learn to keep it super neutral. And that's a big improvement from where I used to be, where it was... See, I can't talk and play, but anyways, you get it. So it's like I can do it right now when I'm focusing on it. Then I start playing a song and I go back to old habits. And so when I was practicing a lot, though, it got ingrained into the way that I play. So even when I perform, what are you laughing at? Who's making fun of me or you?
Well, a bot on your Discord is making fun of you. I just happened to notice that the thumbnail on every single Twitch stream is this photo.
Are you?
And I don't know why.
Kidding me?
But it is.
What the heck is even happening to my
Hey
head?
Benji, can we change? I don't know.
Benji, help!
I don't know why it's that photo.
Oh dear. Okay. Anyways, moving on. 'Cause that's I'll take it.
Everyone go join the Discord.
practicing. I can like feel the dexterity not happening. I think someone's asking about Luna. Oh, I think they can see her.
Here, wait. Let me just nudge. How's
It
that?
looks like I'm killing her. Like I sat on her and she's
she
dying.
just loves being behind people.
She loves being squished. She crawled back here mid-song.
The little tongue.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh.
Hi.
I love when she looks at you with her one. Like somehow she's able to look at you with just one eye. It's so weird.
There it is. The white shows. Hi, sweetie.
She's such a funny dog.
She's such an odd dog.
Yeah.
You know, the other day you showed it on Marco Polo where you were like, "Come here, Luna," and she wouldn't come.
Yeah.
She does that all the time. Where I'll be like, "Come on, Luna, come here," and she just like
Stares at you.
I'm like, do I need to take you to obedience school just to learn to come to your own name?
No. I'm pretty sure her and Django have fallen in love though.
Oh, that is so
Makes
sweet.
me very happy.
That's her dog.
Little boyfriend, girlfriend.
Oh, that's so cute. Were you guys snuggling? Probably. That little head. Okay. So this is my best advice for fast passages like that I didn't nail when I played it. Just practice it slow. And only play it as fast as you can play it clean. So you get it back in your system. I'm trying to remember why my bow hand is having such a hard time with that passage. I'm like, what did I used to do? Sometimes I'll like struggle to play these songs a little bit when I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did my bow do? What did my hand do? Why am I struggling with this? And then it's a wild thought to think that when I know this song well and when I'm practiced, you know, the choreography a lot, I can do this while like bouncing around a stage. It like kind of blows my mind because I'm like, I'm struggling with it just sitting here. But it's amazing what practice will do.
Yeah.
And when you just get into that mindset of like, no, this is just what we do.
Yeah.
We bounce while we play this section. Like, this is what happens.
Muscle memory.
All that muscle memory. Oh, okay. Masquerade can totally be a Halloween-esque song. Yes, it can, right? A couple that could work. I have a couple on my Christmas album that kind of like toe the line between a little bit Halloween and a little bit Christmas, so that makes me excited. It's like I snuck it in. Okay. Also, I saw that. Who was it that just donated tons of subs?
That was a little bit back.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but thank you so much, Melina. Yeah, Malachi.
I think it is. Let me look. Malachi Fletcher.
Malachi Fletcher. Yes, thank you so much. That was so kind of you to share so many subs. So many subs, hype. Okay, so I saw Allie requested Underground. me feel very like Bourne Ultimatum. Jason Bourne.
I feel like I know you have another album to write, and I
Yes.
know it's a lot of work. But I want to pitch, and I know you're on board with this anyway. I want to pitch like a Halloween EP, digital only.
Yeah, maybe
know?
just a casual Halloween
like
drop.
not a super serious, like crazy.
It's like a
publicity
fun one.
thing. Yeah.
Because like I think there's enough fans like in here that would love it. It probably wouldn't be worth doing like a big release.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Just don't know if Halloween has that traction, but to just do like a couple fun
There's
songs.
a lack of good Halloween music out
Yeah.
there. You know.
That's true.
I feel like a low key.
Yeah, just like, hey, here's some Halloween
It's
music.
not like you have enough going on this year.
Yeah, it probably won't happen this year, but like, I mean, it could if I wrote real fast, just made like 2 songs.
I think if anything comes to you.
A 2-song EP, is that fine?
There we go.
Also, just even remaking a couple, like doing Masquerade and a Halloween vibe, you know?
Something creepy.
Yeah.
I love that.
We love creepy.
Absolutely.
Ooh, any Michael Jackson? Oh, I used to have the best Michael Jackson medley that we would play live. My very first tour, because I didn't have enough songs to like fill a show. So I made a Michael Jackson medley with Gavi, and it was actually a lot of fun. I would come out with I'd sneakily turn around and put on a sparkly white glove, and then as soon as the music stopped, I'd be like, BAM! And then I'd take my little bow and play the whole song with a sparkly white glove.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Okay, how did it start? I don't remember how it started, but I remember. Let's just play a couple Michael Jackson songs. That's a fun one. What other ones? Those are the best 2 I can think of off the top of my head. I'm actually going to really practice something real quick. We have a few minutes left. Oh my gosh, it's almost time. Because we're going to do a little mini performance in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I got to remember these songs. So
Oh gosh, yeah.
yeah, I'm going to actually practice Masquerade a few more times, and then I'm going to practice, well, I'll start actually by practicing Master of Tides. There was a little struggle there. Anybody that's played this song knows that passage is just weird. I think I played it like just like noodling around, and then like the producer was like, "That's sick," and he like plopped it in that spot, but it makes no sense. And so when I had to actually learn it to play it live, I was like, "What the heck was I thinking?" It's a very odd passage, but it sounds good. I'm frozen on my screen.
Are you frozen? Let me check mine. Oh, yep. You're frozen on mine too.
It's okay.
Well,
it's okay.
Let's see.
Freeze frame.
Hold up. Everyone hold up.
Everyone, hey, pipe down.
Just pipe
Everyone,
down.
calm down.
Calm down. Let's see, did that work? Nope, we're not back.
It did not work.
Let's see if I remember how to do this. My boyfriend would be so disappointed in me right now.
Dear, Mark is never satisfied.
No, he is not. Okay, deactivate, activate. And there we go.
We need to get her nails trimmed.
Oh, do you need to go get a pedicure?
You need to get a pedicure.
Let's make an appointment for you this week.
So let me think. What was I gonna say? I had a thought during that. I can't remember. Oh, I was gonna say the masquerade going into Master of Tides costume on our last Artemis tour was, I think, our proudest moment as costumers. I mean,
my gosh, yeah.
They were so good.
I was so proud of everything we did that.
I was too. I was proud. The costumes that we did, we say this way too much. I mean, obviously, we were very, very proud of it, but also it took a ton of work.
Yeah.
Like months of work and thought and hours of like pinning and thinking and going to the fabric district and looking online. But it was also so clever the way that we transformed full-on masquerade dresses into like Disney-looking pirates.
Yeah.
Like when they came out, you're like, yeah, they're colorful. Like
it worked.
I've never seen a pink and yellow pirate, but it worked.
Yeah.
And it was convincing, and they were so cute.
I remember we were like, "Is this gonna work?"
We have a video on TikTok of me being like, "This is stupid." Like, but it was simple tweaks. Like I remember it was like a circle neck,
neckline,
and finally we realized this has to be a square neck, and I think it'll work.
Yeah.
And like it was little things like that, and it's amazing what like little stuff does. But anyways, to this
I can't wait
day,
to do that again.
when I see the pictures of that, any of those numbers, I'm just like, those were freaking great costumes, and I'm excited for the Christmas tour because we're gonna do the same thing, partially to be in budget, but secondly because we do such a good job. Like in order to do the kind of detail work that we put in ourselves, we would have to pay someone so much money for it to be worth their time.
Oh my gosh.
And I just don't have a budget like that.
It's just, also, I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just the way that we are, but I look at that kind of stuff and just think, well, we can do that.
I always think that. I'm always like, I can do this. And then my managers will send me screenshots of text messages when I'm working on a project, and it'll say, never let me style a project again. This is so much freaking work and stress. And they'll show it to me when I'm like, actually, I think I'm going to style the Christmas tour myself. They're like, let me just show you these 5 screenshots.
We've got time. I always say it. We've got time. You've got 4 minutes.
We don't have time. Okay, I'm going to play Masquerade one last time.
Okay.
I'll keep playing. It's fine. I'm gonna play that chorus again. To say Masquerade is one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
It's really good.
I would say, like, whenever I'm on stream and I think, what song do I want to play? Always Masquerade comes to mind. Just gonna say that. It's one of my favorites. And it is also one of my favorite music videos I've ever made.
It's a fun one.
One of the most underrated, I think, of all my music videos. Like, it didn't do amazingly well. It didn't do bad, but I'm like, this one's so good.
Yeah.
And it did okay. But I will always freaking love
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was so good. Okay, let me continue.
I think it's time for a new webcam.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we froze so many times. Luckily, every time I was in a really fluttering position like this, so it's fine.
It's great.
Yeah.
It works.
It's fine.
All right.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Please join us in just 10 minutes on the AMP app. I'll be speaking to AJ, and I'm very excited about this conversation. So join us on the AMP app in 10 minutes. You can also go to the Discord, and someone will share the link for the Discord. Maybe Benji if he's here. We love you, Benji. But yeah, you can join in the Discord and comment and chat while we're talking. we'll burpity burp, never mind. But anyways, thanks for joining. We'll be back next week, and I'm going to dedicate myself to practicing an hour a day this week. It might be on stream, probably not, but sometimes I like a little bit of privacy when I practice,
Yeah.
To,
Well, maybe we'll set it up so if you want to.
yeah, maybe after I get a few days under my belt, maybe I'll come and then we'll do some streamed practicing just very casually in the morning. But anyways, I'm going to come back and report next week on if I practiced an hour a day.